First one is already here on stage because this is Jonas Michaelis. We will start with him with a little presentation, and then Tobias and Dennis will join us, and we will discuss the details of everything that we will hear now. Jonas is the CEO of qibb, which is a low-code platform that enables automation of media workflows, including production and distribution. And this is his idea of what we will discuss later. Jonas. Have fun.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And yeah, I have the fun task to do a little bit of an intro on GenAI, the hype topic at the moment, not only in this industry, but I think in tech in general. And I will start with giving a little bit of an overview in terms of
guests. So first one is already here on stage because this is Jonas Michaelis. We will start with him with a little presentation, and then Tobias and Dennis will join us, and we will discuss the details of everything that we will hear now. Jonas is the CEO of qibb, which is a low-code platform that enables automation of media workflows, including production and distribution. And this is his idea of what we will discuss later. Jonas. Have fun.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And yeah, I have the fun task to do a little bit of an intro on GenAI, the hype topic at the moment, not only in this industry, but I think in tech in general. And I will start with giving a little bit of an overview in terms of development and where we stand in the technology. The clicker is not working, so maybe you can either, I think you have a backup, or is it working now? Yeah, now it's working. Perfect. So let's start with a little bit of an example. And actually, roughly a year ago, we did a presentation on this stuff already and started looking into it. And this is an example from a little bit more than 1 year ago about a little advertisement built with generative AI.
Are you ready for best pizza of life? Bring friends down to Pepperoni Hug Spot. Our chefs make pizza with heart and special touch. Cheese, pepperoni, vegetable, and more secret things. Need delivery? Pizzas come fast. Knock, knock, who's there? Pizza magic. Eat Pepperoni Hug Spot pizza. Your tummy say thank you. Your mouth say, mmm. Pepperoni Hug Spot. It's like family, but with more cheese.
So a great example. And I think looking at this and looking at technology, at the technology used to build this. The script was entirely built with OpenAI, ChatGPT. The images were created with Midjourney, then Runway was used to create the videos, the voiceovers with 11 Labs, and so on and so forth. And looking at the latest I think there's something, is it working with the sound? Is it working okay? Okay. And looking at the latest example of OpenAI Sora, just what we see, and I think it's very easy to see that, and it's not hard to imagine that what we've seen a little bit more than 1 year ago, at the moment, currently and in future, will be just a lot better, even than this, which I think is quite impressive already and a little bit scary. And here, just 2 slides, a little bit of an overview of different models that we see, that we work with in different areas. Text generation, image generation, video generation, audio generation. So I think overall, our bottom line is just the number of tools, the number of models that we see is going up. We only see one way. The models that we see are getting better and better. On the left-hand side, you see a little bit the number of parameters used to train the GPT models. In the middle, you see the number of GenAI applications, the number of tools out there. And on the right-hand side, you see historic and predictions for AI revenue. And again, kind of takeaway here is only going one way. It's only going up, and the development is just extremely rapid. And you can see that also in just the quality of the output. Again, back to the pizza example, where beginning of 2022, you see that the pizza didn't look that nice, and then compared to the picture on the right-hand side at the bottom, looks quality-wise extremely realistic. So just a little bit of an overview and summary, basically, on the developments that we see. And now let's have a look at how to make use of generative AI in production and at scale. Because the title is Automation and Localization as well. So this is something that we also look at very much and what we focus on. And let's just use the example of localizing a sports highlight today. And we've seen WSC earlier on, but to take one very simple example, one simplified example, the way that you would do a translation or localization of a highlight clip that you get, you receive the highlight clip in German, you want to translate it to multiple languages. You will first translate the commentary to English. You will then record an English voiceover for it. You will then finalize the English highlight clip, and then you will probably do the same thing for 20 different languages. This is a super manual process overall. It's expensive, time-consuming, and it's perfect, of course, for GenAI. That's why we chose the example. Looking at the exact same workflow with GenAI tooling, it can look a little bit more like that today here. So you receive the highlight clip, still same process, but now you use some tools for translation. For example, ChatGPT, you use 11 labs to create the voiceovers, and still then you need to copy and paste everything for the different languages. And what we see is it's very hard to keep consistency in the prompts that you use, in the tools that you use, and the quality that you use. There's no framework for data security, data protection in place, and it's still super manual. And this is exactly what we focus on with qibb. It's the automation piece in it. So you receive the highlight clip, you basically do your review and approval on it, and more time to work on more creative, more fun tasks, because what is under the hood is a workflow that could look something like this. So every bubble that you see is a connector that we built with the qibb platform, and then you can build simple automations just like the one here. You fetch the highlight clip, you trigger a dubbing with 11 labs, for example. You send it to Frame.io or collaboration tool Slack to get an approval done, and then you render the new clip. And again, this is all what we focus on with qibb, and with a workflow like this, you can do the same thing or a very easy automation like this for Swiss dubbing, for Spanish dubbing with a different tool, or you use your own self-hosted tool for Arabic, because that's very hard to get that done. And again, for us, it's all about making this as easy as possible. The friends from TV X-Ray, and we'll have them on stage later on, they provide a couple of examples here on how that can look, and these workflows under the hood were automated with qibb.
It was a tight match in the second half. Could you explain us?
And,
I mean, yeah.
We'll do the same now with Spanish.
Leroy, partido reñido 2 da mitad. ¿Podrías explicar?
Sí, hubo un breve momento en el que estuvo apretado, donde marcaron los 2 goles.
And I think it's not hard to imagine now how you can easily automate that for a lot of different languages. And again, this is what we focus on, the automation part of it. So take any tool, any model, any product that works best, and we focus on enabling automation there to make that as cost-effective as possible. Enable these automated AI workflows, and enable to connect it to your own proprietary models as well. And it's not only AI on our side, but don't want to go into too much detail on that, because the topic for today is GenAI, automation, and localization. So happy to kickstart the discussion. Thank you.
So that means we are welcoming here on stage Tobias, Fröhlich, CEO and founder of TeraVolt, a Qvest company, and Dennis Galejski, DFL Head of Product Management, Audiovisual Rights. Welcome on stage.
Wir rahmen dich ein.
Danke. Dann gehe ich hier in die Lücke.
Welcome. Tobias, from TeraVolt's point of view, what needs to be considered when dealing with AI workflows?
Yes, small correction, CPO, not CEO.
I'm sorry, my mistake.
Somebody said if I'm the CEO then. So building Gen AI in application is what we focus on. It's about engagement to the end customer. And what the one example Jonas gave was how we can leverage more localization. So having more languages. In Germany, 20% of the households don't speak German as their language. With having 5 more languages in the production workflow, you generate a further 10% reach in Germany. So it's not always localization going abroad. It's also having more reach in the home country you are delivering your product to. What's very important is, maybe you could go on the next slide, if you build a workflow like Jonas showed, you would maybe like to work with 11 Labs, which is a great service, and it does a lot of things in one step. But later you can't separate them anymore. So you need to focus on generating quality. And we did examples with having different languages in the beginning, and you see that the mistake rate per word is really different by different services you use. So you need to leverage the amount of products out there, of startups out there, and maybe you would like to change something for French and take Arabic, another service, and then training the whole system. That's something you should do as well, because not every tool is used to play football and does know what the 666 is. So creating quality in the automation, seeing it as an application that needs to be worked on, is a very crucial thing if you use Gen AI. And if you have processed all the information, you can leverage that information as well and build something like the TV Buddy, for example, is a chat application that we have developed where you can let your customer talk about everything you process as information 24/7.
Dennis, which products and services does DFL offers its media partners in the area of AI?
Yeah. Maybe let me start by saying that the SportsInnovation itself shows that the DFL as organization really embraces and incorporates innovation. In terms of the media product, we always aim for a state-of-the-art media product. That also means that we carefully screen and utilize innovative solutions. And right now, I would say we are at that evolutionary stage, and Tobias mentioned it, where we, besides the scaling of localization, we want to scale quality and also offer smart services to our media partners. To give you more concrete examples and answer your question, what does it mean for products? I give you 4 examples that also take you on a short journey, what we've done in the recent past, what we are doing right now, and what might be on the horizon. In 2018, we started collaborating with WSC for automated clip production, and since then, we are able to scale localization. So we can provide our media partners with tailor-made clips in an extent and at a pace that was just not possible before that. So now, utilizing the evolution of Gen AI and its the look at the quality aspect of it, we provide smart solutions or products like the indirect feed we developed together, and which is actually the world's first personalized viewing experience. So it's either a lean backwards or lean forward experience designed for the mobile generation using machine learning components. And for you, it's very easy because everything is available at your fingertips. So in case of you, some of you don't know the interactive feed, please visit the Qvest or the DFL booth, because there's a reason why this is an award-winning product. And the third example I would like to give is something we are about to launch for Der Klassiker. It's our Bundesliga in-match analysis clips. And yeah, please we have a video prepared, and it will explain. Yeah, thanks for clicking. What is it all about? So it's just more than one click.
Is it that one?
Yeah, that's one.
Bundesliga in-match analysis. Statistics and analysis are playing an ever more influential role in modern football and broadcast coverage of matches. In cooperation with AWS and VizRT, the Bundesliga now supplies its media partners with automated graphical analysis, virtually in real time. In addition to the existing Bundesliga match facts, this further enriches media products such as the tactical feed or selected live matches. What's more, the automated and graphically enhanced clips are directly provided to Bundesliga global rights holders for use on their various platforms. The next evolutionary step in data-based storytelling.
So actually, in cooperation with AWS and VizRT, we are not only able to automatically generate clips that are triggered by Bundesliga match facts and the respective data, but we're also able to automatically add graphics, augmented elements, and make them very fast available to enrich our products and provide them to our media partners. With fast, we aim for seconds and not minutes or even more. So this is something, and it will be enriching the live feed of the Klassiker on matchday 27, as well as the tactical feed. And also, as I said, beyond that, we provide it to our media partners around the world so that they can use it on their subsequent platforms. Mm-hmm. Last but not least, I talked about products. What service is very important for us, and let's put it under the umbrella smart services. We are working within the commentary live service on smart solutions like by AI-generated live ticker, so that our media partners around the world can tell the best story about a match or a player. Also, distribution services, what is their smart recommendations, everything that GenAI can offer to really make the experience and also the way you find content for our media partners very easy.
Jonas, you spoke about data security already in your presentation. What role does it play now, and how will it develop in the future?
Yeah, I mean, plays a huge role. I mean, you want to keep your content basically in house, right, and make sure that it is not used to train these models out there. So for me, there are different kind of degrees to it, and the worst one, and we still see that sometimes in organizations, is everybody in the organization just uses whatever kind of a private ChatGPT account or something like that, copy stuff in, take stuff out. So I think this is the worst one. And then in terms of implementation or proper ones, three different models that we can differentiate. And the first one is using just a proper SaaS agreement that you have with some of these vendors. You use their tools. You have an agreement with them that don't reuse their data. The second one is you host everything in your own AWS, in your own Azure, and make sure that it doesn't leave that account. This is more the enterprise level, and then obviously there's the open source and locally hosted version of that as well, which can be even kind of another step on top of that. And going forward, I think this is just something that everybody needs to focus on, that everybody needs to take care of, and where we follow a kind of bring your own model approach, right? Mm-hmm. Where we connect to whatever you have in-house and make sure that it stays there. We don't build kind of our IP based on data that belongs to our customers.
How do you think the use of GenAI will change in the future?
This is kind of a big question, right? And I think if I had a glass bowl, this would be super interesting, and probably what I would ask as well. Two things, and mentioned this in the presentation as well, that I definitely see. One is just the amount of products that are out there, and the amount of investment that is currently into the space is just enormous. So there will be more and more and more and more tools. And so secondly, I think this is the result out of it. Companies just need to be super flexible, super open, and able to adjust to these new tools out there, because there will probably a year from now, there will be tools that we all have not heard about, which deliver great results and great products. And I think you still need to keep that open mindset and this flexibility to adapt to that.
Tobias, open mindset on the one side, thousands of possibilities on the other side. How do you personally maintain the overview in order to stay successful?
There was this one big tournament where the commentary said you have these laptop coaches now, and they have more data than they can process, and they have more possibilities that they had before. So it's about doing the right thing. And it's the wonderful thing with GenAI that we now have the ability to be very fast, like you said, Dennis, to automate things and to create thousands of opportunities. But at the end, it's about building a platform. So that's what I think will be coming, that all of us, our platforms, we are trying to generate user data to be relevant to the end customer, to be personalized to the end customer, to engage with him, to know him better. And that's where generative AI is really a game changer, because we can bring that to a lower price point.
Dennis, what do you think about this?
Yeah, first of all, we're not only relying on others to dig through the fog, but definitely really I embrace it, everybody here, what ideas are out there. So for us, it's still, and Stefan mentioned it and others, that we carefully keep on screening which opportunities are out there, what is also, or promises to have a potential for the media product. And yeah, to mention just a few, for me, it's still also being mentioned already, the smart archive. I think it's from the 63 backwards, like providing like a Siri for the archive where you can search for the goals and just instantly get it out of the archive. It's definitely something that is very promising. But also, like I said, also maintaining or try to scale quality. Because in the end, if everybody is just scaling quantity, it's not a quantity problem. It will be like come down to the quality that is being provided.
Jonas, what would be your advice to scale quality?
So two things here as well. One thing is basically what we heard earlier is to really make sure that you have the right product for the right use case, basically on the first level, and then make sure that you train that you really make sure that it fits the purpose, and it might be that you use 10 different products, 10 different models for 10 different use cases. But I think this is the way to go, and then use tools, use automation to basically put that together and make that scalable in your organization. But this is the way to go. And to be honest, from project experience, this is a very, very tedious process. It is iteration after iteration. There's a lot of change management involved, kind of managing the expectations of everyone involved, where you start in terms of quality and how it will develop. I think you need to be aware of this iterative approach to really achieve quality at scale.
That means, Tobias, if we're speaking about how to make the right decisions in the future, you have to try out and you have to make mistakes to get the right way?
Absolutely. So what we are trying to do right now is doing live commentary in 20 languages simultaneously. It's mind-blowing if you could do that. If you like we saw with Leroy Sané, it was his voice, it was his emotion, it was his tempo, his spacing in the voice. It's really, you can do that with generative AI. It's great. And if you do so, you have then the possibility to talk to the commentary. So I can, hey, make a pause. What did you say? I didn't understand that. And I can have a conversation with the commentary on the TV. I can come late and ask him to sum up what has happened. I can chat with him. He's my buddy. I'm watching with him the show. He's not only in the television, he's also with me. It's a game changer. Will people accept that? Will that be used? I don't know.
What do you think?
I'm looking for it. I think it's great. And we did some tests with people, and we have a small WhatsApp application now where we did a POC, and we are on the way to do things. I don't say that we have reached the product and I know exactly how it will be in 2 years. But it's a journey always, and we need to learn, we need to adapt, and we need to drive things.
I was really impressed by the lip sync of Leroy Sané speaking Spanish. That was incredible.
You should say that it's generated by AI because
so
he is not able to speak Spanish.
Yeah,
I guess.
exactly. Same for me. When you don't know it, then you don't see it. Dennis, last question to sum it all up. How is DFL preparing for the change, or is it possible to prepare for the change?
Definitely being cautious and aware of things. The sports innovation itself, like I said in the beginning, is proof enough that we are having an open mind, and also again to what Stefan said, that we need to be careful, stay true to the original, but also we, for example, within our media product department have a dedicated innovation team now, constantly and ongoing screening what innovation is out there, how can it help us with the media product. So yeah, keep an open eye, keep an open mind, and also you say like try things out. If they fail, maybe fail fast and without creating too much cost, but in the end, also everybody of us in the industry will see that quality in the end will survive. I strongly believe that.
Tobias, Jonas, you will stay with us the whole day. Where can we find you if anyone has a question and wants to discuss a little bit more with you both?
Up here, straight at P6. We'll be there whole day. So yeah, feel free to reach out. Happy to discuss.
So you have a booth there?
Yeah, exactly. We're both at the Qvest booth at P6. Exactly.
Okay. And I think there's another panel with
Masterclass tomorrow.
When is it?
Tomorrow afternoon.
We will check the
together
program.
with Fröhlich. He's over there in the Banden regie.
Parameter boards.
Yeah.
What will it be about?
We will dig a little bit deeper into generative AI with more examples, and we will also show how to leverage the inventory you have and to market it to advertisement.
Okay, then we are looking forward to the booth P6 and the masterclass tomorrow. I will check the program and let you know when it is. Thank you so much, Dennis, Tobias, Jonas.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is your applause.